Come on, let's go.
Hurry up.
I was grabbing a beer.
Welcome to PorchTlk, the podcast where some 20-somethings talk about their life, talk about your life, help you figure out yours as we figure out ours along the way. I'm Eric.
Ezra, Brockwood Elementary Class of 06, valedictorian.
Morgan, not a regular mom. I'm a cat mom.
We're back. Morgan is back. She's corporate Morgan now, has a real job again, and as you can see, is already getting ready for bed at 6 o'clock on a Monday. So,
Yeah,
changes.
that's crazy. 6 o'clock on a Monday used to be like nap time for her to go out at 10 p.m. Times changed.
The kids are exhausting.
Morgan working with kids. Who would have thunk it? Again.
I'll tell you right now, Kim Candidates did not think this day would ever come again.
They're autistic too.
Oh, you was talking about the kids. I thought you was talking about cat. I said, God damn, Ryan, you gonna take that?
Jesus. We got a hell of a week, hell of a rundown. So let's just jump right into it. First things first, I do not have access to my phone right now. So can someone please remind me of what the actual photo said in the promposal that went viral?
Ooh.
Let me tell you, because I seen it just like the other day for real. Promposal. I know I'm not cotton, but will you pick me for prom? White boy to black girl. It is white boy to black girl, right? That was not hers to
Yeah.
him. Okay.
Yeah, I would assume so.
She looked like the type of black girl to date white man, if I'm being honest.
So the question gets down to it is like, if this,
My bad.
if this is how your daughter gets asked to prom, like, is she even going to be allowed to go to prom with this kid? Can this kid even come to your house or even near it again?
I'm
Like,
not gonna lie.
If
If I saw a white boy walking up to my house with that sign, I'd be like, nigga, are you stupid? Like, the fuck you think this is? And it's got cotton, like, around the edges of the sign. Like, it's actually crazy. And she in the picture smiling, boy. She happy. She won the lottery with this white man.
right, the fact that she's smiling at it and doesn't see anything wrong tells me that her parents probably will allow it.
Yeah, her parents, she got the type of parents who might think this shit is funny too. I'm just like, I'm at awe and like the audacity, I don't even know a stronger word than audacity to describe this because like you can't like, this wasn't done in the cafeteria at school. And this girl is clearly all black. You came to a black household with this black cotton picking sign and it worked. That's the worst part. Shorty said yes.
all right, let me put a spin zone on this. Only way you think this could get by, do we think she's adopted and has white parents also? Just a thought.
I don't think she's adopted with white parents. I can't say one way or another. I do think she probably live in one of them like towns where like she probably like one of the few black people. So this shit she might be like kind of numb to or whatever. If I had to guess, she probably from like rural north, where like they don't take racism as serious up there.
She could be
'Cause
from
I
Loudoun
feel like-
County.
She could be.
Because do you fear like if you're like no you can't go, it's gonna cause a bigger issue of like, but daddy, I love him, that kind of bullshit, and you get a whole resentment when you're trying to protect her from like
I'll
clear
tell you right now.
racism.
I'll tell you what loving your little high school white prom date can't stop you from getting the fucking beaten. Get your ass inside, shorty. What the hell? Did we not raise you with some sense?
Yeah.
No, that's bad.
Yeah,
What's
when I
even
saw
crazier is these are kids. So I'm not here to talk about anybody's kids disrespectfully. But what's even crazier is like this don't even look like the type of boy to date like her. Like I feel like what this white boy looks like, that's the type of white boy I feel like you see with like light skinned black girls generally. curly haired girls, things like that. This pitch. There's a lot wrong in this image. Something not right here.
This is a guy Morgan would have dated in high school.
Yeah, that's someone who would have been
Um,
attracted to the Morgans of the world.
but my boyfriend was black in high school.
Okay, I didn't say you were dating him. I said that he would have tried to date you.
No, white
She
guys
probably
didn't
would
even like me in high school.
Yeah, but
have.
that was like attitude. That was an attraction. That was attitude. That was like lime factor. You just wasn't cool. Like, come on, man. We call it a
Whatever.
spade.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, no. The thing is when you do a promposal, it's not like something that you just do and then you like go right to the person. It's like thought out. You go to your friends. Like he went to his friends and was like, "Is this good?" And they were all like, "Oh yeah, that's hilarious. She's gonna love it." Which is the
I
worst
was about to
part.
say, somebody found this funny. That's the worst part. Because I don't know if niggas were like, oh, this is a good idea. This is going to swoon her. Yeah. Somebody was like, yeah, this shit going to be funny. She's a joke somewhere in some friend group, for sure. And she don't even know it.
What do you think this kid is thinking as because he had to glue all those balls on there one by one,
I'm telling you right
just
now.
doing it like this is gonna be a hit,
Yeah, I'll
dude.
say
This
it.
is
He
the
said, this a
one.
hit. I got her ass.
No, crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That was like, I think that might. I think I sent that on Thursday. Like it was pretty soon after we recorded, or like I was posting stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, that's insane. What the hell? Oh, we already seen it. Oh, just the visual.
Yeah, just so everyone
Hmm.
can see.
Yeah, he do not look like he. There's something's wrong with this. I gotta see a different picture of her. I need to see their prom pictures. That's what I need to see.
I mean, who knows if she was even allowed to go to
If they
prom?
win prom king and queen, I know this was a setup. This is somebody's evil joke, and they are getting laughs out of this boy.
Yeah, I'm going to look do some research after this, see if anything popped up, anything of because it was going viral, so who knows?
Yeah,
All right.
wild.
Next topic: are rom coms original? I mean, clearly there has to be one, but what are you getting at?
I think rom drams maybe. Rom coms no chance. Like there are better rom drams than rom coms.
What about 10
I feel
ways
like
to lose a man?
nah. I feel like
What
once you
about
get
when
into
Harry met Sally?
nah.
What
I
about
feel
Forgetting Sarah
Twilight?
Marshall.
what the hell? Come on, man. Let's get a pair. Like think of the rom drums. P.S. I love you. Like come on. Pearl Harbor. Come on. 7 pounds. Like the real rom drums like hit. The rom coms is like I don't know, man. And I feel like they're all the same movie. Like you could watch one, and then like the next one you see 2 weeks later is pretty much the exact same movie. There's no real plot. Like the same shit happened.
That's the greatest thing about rom coms. You just know
That's
it's
what
going to
makes.
end happily.
Nah, I think I'm off rom coms. I'm only on rom drams from this point forward. I'm sick of wasting my time with rom coms. Every time I watch one, I'm like, you know what? There might be a twist at the end. There might be a twist at the end. And you know what they do? Ah, shit. You know what they've been doing lately? They've been twisting to then come back to their original ending. So they just added 15 extra minutes to the movie. I'm like, nope, I'm not getting got anymore.
So you don't think Upgraded was original?
Not really. Upgraded was good. It was silent. I got some giggles out of it. I thought it was cute. But like there was nothing really original about that joint.
Mm. Well, I've never really been into rom-coms, rom anything anyways.
Yeah, you got to get into the wrong drums.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Crazy Stupid Love. Harry Met Sally. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. 10 Things I Hate About You. Crazy Rich Asians. Pretty
Oh,
Woman.
Crazy Rich
Proposal.
Asians was original.
What
People
about
like that.
500
That
Days
shit
of
was
Summer?
trash.
But 500 Days of Summer, I wouldn't even say it's a rom com. That might be a rom dram.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably closer to wrong drum.
Crazy
It's
Rich
like a rom
Asians made me
com
cry.
dram.
Yeah, that's lame. That shit was trash.
Bawling my eyes
40 Year
out.
Old Virgin.
Nah.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Mm-mm.
13 going on 30.
Yeah, just none of those was good, man. Let's just push everybody in the directions of rom drams. Hopefully they'll start making more rom drams, and then maybe to then re-break the market, we'll get original rom coms again.
So what do you think would be original? Like, is your whole beef like they meet somehow, they kind of hit it off, something bad happens, and they come back around?
Yeah,
Happy
that's
ending?
like that's the whole thing. Like that's the plot of every rom com. I feel like you could make a better. The only the only rom com that I can say didn't really follow that plot was probably Think Like a Man, and that's just because there were so many different ROMs at the same time going on. But it still even loosely followed that plot. Like they met, there was beef in the middle, they settled it out, ended good. Like, nah, I need something different.
So even like let's say like Love Actually has a bunch of different stories, like a Valentine's Day where they have a bunch of different stories. Like those are kind of original. They still follow usually the same ebbs and flows, but they also weave together, which kind of works.
The originality is the weaving it together, but outside of that, it's like not really original enough. I need something groundbreaking. Give me something different. Give me romance comedy that I haven't seen before 15 times. That's all I'm asking.
All right, but so these rom dramas that you're a big fan of, like what do you not like the happy ending of it, or do you just like that it's a different kind of
Some of them,
story?
some of them got happy endings. They're just like, some of them have endings. I don't know how happy they are, but like they're just great stories. 7 Pounds might be the greatest love story ever told, if we're not taking account for Pearl Harbor. Maybe the greatest love story ever told. P.S. I love you. Great. So I think there's a point of you got to add some seriousness and some urgency to the storyline with a little bit of trauma. A little bit of trauma needs to be in there.
Definitely trauma needs to be in it.
hmm Nobody saw Will Smith, spoiler alert, killing himself to give his heart to that lady. Like, come on, that's crazy. We just thought he was gonna fall in love with this bitch.
Wow. So I've never seen the movie, but
You've
if
never
Damn,
seen Seven
spoilers,
Pounds?
dude.
yeah, like how come I get
Oh
yelled
my
at
god!
anytime I
First
do
off,
a spoiler?
no, you spoiled something that was in theaters. Still, I'm spoiling something from 15
It
years
just come
ago.
out. She was like posting about it.
Yo, what?
We're talking about a 2008 fucking movie. Spoilers alert. My bad. Was
Yeah,
20 years old, dude.
but damn, now you need to go see that shit. That shit goes crazy.
Yeah, I've never even heard about it, but
You
definitely
seen
will.
Pride and
What?
Prejudice?
Pride and
No.
Prejudice is solid.
I always like
Uh,
just hated that movie.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I haven't seen that.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie,
Uh,
you can make an argument that like I Am Legend might be a rom dram loosely.
maybe.
With his
How
like
do you feel? I was
dog?
looking up.
Yeah,
I
with the
was.
dog, with the dog. You
Hey
got
man, it's
love for
best
that
friend.
dog, man. Come on.
Do you consider You a rom dram? Because that also popped up
What
here.
is?
You, the
Ooh.
I ain't
TV
never seen
show.
it.
It is pretty funny.
No, we're talking dram, not comms.
Oh.
Dude, Grey's Anatomy is the longest running rom
Fuck
dram
no.
com of all time.
The longest running what?
Rom dram com medical
No,
show.
no way they be Young and the Restless. Ain't no way.
True. Has anybody seen Anyone But You? New Sydney Sweeney movie. It's supposed to be good or
Anyone
bad.
but
Oh,
you.
I
I
would
think
I
I
wanted
have.
to, but it finally
Let me
just
see.
came out for free.
Yeah, it's on Netflix now.
I was about to say, was that in? I think I was supposed to go watch that in theaters on Valentine's Day,
Hmm.
but the Valentine's Day dinner was way too late, as we remember.
Oh yeah, shout
Anyone?
out.
Good
What's
days.
that about? Anyone but you?
It's the classic, people who like aren't supposed to be together, but they're gonna
Oh,
like
I ain't
lie
seen it yet.
about it. Yeah, just a thought. All right, interesting. I think Harry Met Sally might be pretty original, but who knows? There could be like a 1940s version of something similar. So
Probably.
who knows what the original rom com really was? This is my favorite, one of my favorite topics, ideas that you've had. I loved every second as soon as I heard it.
What is it?
Italian
Oh,
food can never be fine dining. I
bro,
love
I
it.
was just telling somebody about this unrelated because I'm gonna be in Miami and I was trying to pop in that carbone and see what it's sitting like. Then I looked at the menu and I was like, "Get a fucking grip, you dumbass niggas." Here's my take. Italian food could never be fine dining. All of you niggas paying for the name alone, you're stupid. Here's why. When it comes down to pasta, I'm only paying a certain price point for fucking pasta. I'm
Mhm.
probably not paying no more than $30 a plate. And here's why. Steak? You go to a steakhouse and it's like, dang, steakhouses, you can get a nice steak for $20. You can get a nice steak for 40. You probably get a real nice steak for 80. There are steaks out there that they can give you reason why this piece of steak costs $2, $3, $400. It's wagyu. It's American. It's American wagyu. It's Japanese wagyu. It came from this fucking farm. It's been aged, dry aged this long. There's reasoning behind it.
Mhm.
You cannot tell me one fucking reason the pasta I had in Little Italy, New York, the pasta I had in Little Italy, Cleveland. Everybody got one nice pasta spot. You cannot give me one reason that the pasta there at these authentic pasta spots that's been open since 1904, 1919. I looked them both up. You cannot tell me that they pasta is any more authentic or different. And I paid $28 for a plate of pasta at both of those spots. There's nothing proprietary about pasta. Nigga, is pasta. The shit is the exact same. If I get spaghetti and meatballs, the pasta dough don't change. The fucking sauce really don't get that much different. This shit, they're ripping niggas off. Like,
You
I
spent
don't
how
know how
much?
niggas is. Huh?
You spent how much?
$28 at an authentic spot in Little Italy. That's a plate of pasta. Like, why are we going to Carbone and spending $78 for fucking ravioli? The ravioli, I promise you, don't taste no different. It don't.
What kind of ravioli was it?
Nigga, I don't even fucking know. I ain't even look into it. Ravioli, $78. The spaghetti was like 40 something. Like, I'm not paying
It
those
could be
prices.
lobster ravioli.
Lobster ravioli, $52.
Yeah, not doing that. Get the fuck away from me. I didn't
With the
have lobster
spicy,
ravioli for under 30. The lobster did not change. It
it
didn't.
I've
definitely could
had
be
really
better.
good Italian food and it was worth the money.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever gone to a really good Italian place and it was like affordable? I'm not gonna say cheap, but it was just like regular price?
Probably, yeah. I mean, they're all over
And
New
was that
Jersey.
and was that junk? Yeah, Jersey's probably got a ton of good Italian food for probably very affordable.
But
And
when
then when
it's
you go
more
to an expensive,
expensive, it's always better.
better how?
Like the quality and like the
That's
portions.
that's what I'm trying to add. I've never been cheated at an Italian spot. I feel like the portion is always crazy. But I guess I'm trying to ask, like, these mom and pop Italian spots that's been around 100, 115 years that's serving pasta for $25, $30. They got their little authentic grandma sauce. What makes these franchise pasta spots better than them? Outside of they've got name recognition and celebrities pop through.
It's
I,
probably most of the name and the
Yeah,
recognition.
you
But
just paying for the name at that point.
I've heard
I
a lot
don't
of good
really
things
think
about the spicy
franchise
rigatoni.
Italian restaurants are good, but mom and pops definitely are.
If you got more than one location, I can't trust you. Carbone, you're on the hit list. I do not trust you because you're charging crazy prices. I know for a fact 60 years ago you was not charging this for pasta. And don't say inflation because I'm not gonna lie, the price of noodles is still fucking dirt cheap. Stop playing with niggas.
Yeah, but they probably
Tomatoes
make
did
their
not
own
go up.
pasta.
You said what?
They probably make their own pasta,
I'm gonna
like
tell you
own
right now, if I
noodles.
go to any Italian spot and they not making their own pasta, I'm gonna have questions.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
not
part
going
of
to
the
an Italian spot to
price.
eat boxed pasta.
Well, that's how you want them to charge, apparently. But
Hell
if they're
no.
making their
Pasta
own
is
noodles, then it makes sense. If they're making their own sauce,
hell no.
it makes sense. If they're making everything by scratch, it makes sense.
That shit is dirt cheap. Pasta is dirt cheap. Sauce is dirt cheap. You mashing tomatoes and fucking olive
Well,
oil in the
then
bag.
don't go to an Italian restaurant.
No, I'm not.
Just
I'm not
don't.
going to any of these popular
Good.
ones because they're ripping niggas off. And I do not want anybody to try to keep up with their Joneses and spend money on some shit that's like dumb.
I disagree.
She don't get it. She trying to spend all of your money, Don. Don, she does not get it. Can he hear me? I hope he does. I'll send him this clip right here. This is crazy. Because again,
Don's the
even
one who
seafood
chooses
places,
the restaurants when we go eat
even
Italian.
Even seafood places make sense. Like I said, steak makes sense. Seafood places, it makes sense. It's market price. Like it's based off what you can get. If you can't get a lot, you got to up the price. I ain't never heard an Italian place say we out of fucking meatballs, you dumbass niggas. Meatballs do not cost money. They don't ever run out of fucking pasta. Stop letting them play us. That's my take on Italian food being trash. Like it can be fine dining. There's a lot of shit that can be fine dining. Seafood can, steakhouses can, like little Asian bistros can. Can't have Italian food fine dining because it's just too readily available and affordable to ever be fine dining.
Hmm. Interesting.
Agree to disagree.
No, like you're dead the fuck wrong. Like get a grip.
I'm not.
What about like, but so Italian food, like let's just say devil's advocate, like they can do stuff with like a lot of different like seafoods and stuff too. So can't you get a little crossover and make it fancy?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're getting seafood from your Italian spot, like you're in the wrong spot anyway. Like, do not go to no fucking seafood spot and get the branzino. Like, what are we doing? You getting the salmon at an Italian spot? Get a grip. That's not what you're there for.
Hmm. Interesting.
Trash. I'm thinking about finding every single like fine dining Italian spot and like leaving bad reviews. Like that's I've got time on
Never
my hands.
actually going there, just ruining their business though.
I've got time on my hands tomorrow.
That's rare for you to have any free time.
Oh
Just
no,
also.
truly.
All right, different vibes. How much money do you think a weekend getaway costs with friends versus with a significant other?
I was excited about this one because I heard a conversation on this one and I was like, interesting, interesting. Um, me, I think a quality and the weekend is like Friday after work, so Friday evening to Sunday afternoon. Like it's not a long weekend, just regular ordinary weekend. I think I'd say 500. I say half a G is probably a strong weekend getaway. Depending on where you're going and your budget, you could probably have a solid one with 300. And this is not counting the boarding costs. So whether you B and
Hmm.
B or get a hotel, that does not count. This is just like money in pocket when you get to your destination.
Yeah, if you're excluding that, I was gonna say like 200 to 400. Just because if you do go to like a fine dining Italian restaurant one night,
Fuck no. This isn't
you might
Italians.
spend $100 just there.
Yeah, and you'd be dumb as dick.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, because if you're all right, if you're staying like at a hotel, you're gonna be eating out pretty much every meal. So I think
Yeah.
probably at least 3 to 5. And then if you add up that boarding at a hotel, man, you could be hitting a G easy.
Yeah, definitely got to leave the boarding out. Hopefully, you paid that in advance. But I feel like it's dinner one night, maybe an activity, and then it's really like activities, maybe like brunch activity, dinner activity type, maybe. And then the last day, probably just like food on the way out. The last day, probably the most casual. The last day, you probably spending under 50 and just getting on the road. It's night one and then day two, where you probably need like 300 to 450.
All
And
right, but
that's
what
for like
about?
a significant other.
I was gonna say, what about with friends? Because I feel like that's a whole different dynamic. Because you're not even paying for two people; it's only
I was gonna
you.
say with friends it's a tale of two tapes. Because with friends is you're only paying for one person, but are you going out and like drinking at a different rate? Because if it's like you going out and drinking, you might drop a little more. But if it's like just a real casual, chill weekend, you're on Lincoln, getting some good food, getting casual drinks, a couple activities, you might be able to do that for like 150, 200, honestly.
Yeah. Hopefully, if
I
I'm
would
going out with
say,
friends, we don't really have to buy much. They're gonna hold themselves out,
Oh,
but not I. I'm gonna
mhm,
be at the table.
anything is being
mhm,
said.
sure, we believe that for sure.
You should.
Yeah, probably like 200, like 2 to 300, depending on that. It also depends if you're at a hotel or Airbnb. Because if you're at an Airbnb, you could definitely hit a little grocery store, get some food on the to have at the house. Make your life a little bit easier.
I'm not even gonna lie. I actually hate that. I get it, but like, it's like, damn, I'm on vacation. I'm not trying to have to cook anything. Like, I'll spend a
You want to
couple
do a
of
nice
extra.
a nice Italian family meal, nice little Sunday meal
Fuck
with
no.
everybody.
I'll spend a couple of extra dollars to go like out to eat, but definitely no more than like we went crazy in Raleigh, but that was just a drinking weekend. I'm probably saying 300 probably max for like a weekend with friends, and then it would probably be I'd probably try to have it 500 max for a weekend away with a significant other. Over 500, I kind of got a question like, what are we doing? Like, I would need to see the reasoning on why this went over 500 in 2 days.
Well, you go
Yeah.
to nice fine dining Italian spots for brunch and
Won't
then
be Italian.
dinner, do a little
Not for
lunch. Like, yeah, it can
brunch.
add up real quick.
Who goes to Italian for brunch? You'd be a weirdo.
You know
It's
that'd be
fine
strange.
dining. You wouldn't even be able to comprehend what's going on, dude. They're
That
going
nigga said that.
crazy. You ever had a breakfast pizza? Crazy.
I do enjoy breakfast pizza. Okay.
All right, what do we have? What is a more valuable job trait? Loyalty to a company or job performance? I think
Job
job performance,
performance.
10 out of 10
Yeah, you could be
times.
loyal all you want to a company, but if you don't have good job performance, they don't give a shit.
I disagree. I seen a
Of
poll on
course.
it on LinkedIn. My boys hate me because I'm on LinkedIn like other niggas are on Facebook. I guess I'm an old head now. Seen a job post, and there's one girl that I like to follow. She's pretty cool. She's a super recruiter, damn near. I think it's I think it's loyalty, and here's why. Here's why I think it's loyalty. Job performance matters. Job performance definitely matters. But I think loyalty matters to a company a little more because the better you perform, the more money you're gonna want. They're not gonna give you that. The niggas who perform like right underneath you, who are like a little better than average, the good you can be a great employee, and you're probably gonna at some point become disgruntled or like a problem because you're gonna want more money for being a great employee. The good employees who are loyal, that's like a company's dream. They're good enough to where they can do the job and you can dump other tasks on them without ever having to pay them extra money. They're not worried about pressing you about extra money because they're loyal to the company. Those are the type of people that think they're gonna be employees forever and like they fucking like bumper stickers and shit like that for their company that they work for. Lame ass shit. But they're not gonna have to worry about giving them a pay raise. They're not gonna have to worry about them coming for a pay raise. That loyalty, good employee, I think outweighs great job performance. And it's solely because of money. At the end of the day, this world is capitalist. The great employees, they got a time in their head where it's like, hey, I'm gonna need more money or I gotta go elsewhere. The good employees who are loyal, they'll ride by whatever you paying them because they think they're making enough. They like the company cares about them, even though they do not give a fuck. So I'm saying good employee, loyal employee, jobs probably like a little more, care a little more about than the best performers. Because the best performers always leave.
So you should have like worded that differently because if I'm
What you
reading like
mean?
what is a more valuable job trait, I'm like, yeah, my performance is way more valuable than like
Oh,
my
yeah,
loyalty to a
y'all was looking
company.
at it as like an employee. I meant like, what do we think jobs value more? I think, yeah, but yeah, I think the jobs value the good or loyal employee. Because it's like, it's not like a yes man, but you got like he's one of the good ones.
Okay,
Like you
but
got a company man.
One of the
I'm
good ones.
Yeah, you
thinking
got a company man.
I'm thinking of like a CEO looking into like each of his different little locations and being like, okay, but why is Bob doing so poorly? And then that manager is like, but he's super loyal. And then that CEO is like, okay, but why is he doing so bad?
No, I agree. You cannot be a bad performing employee. You've got to be loyal and good, just not like best performing. I'm saying if you got 15 employees, you perform 8 or 9 out of them and you're loyal, they probably care more about you than 13, 14, 15. Because 13, 14, 15 got a conversation with a raise coming or they got an exit plan coming. Because one of the two going to happen. If they know they the best employees in your company, they're going to want more money or they're going to go somewhere else and get that money. The dudes who 9, 10, they good. They not really pressed because like, I do the job well. I'm not the best here. So they probably not bugging you for money, but also they've got no intention of leaving. So like, you can trust them to just keep doing their shit.
Mm. I got contacted
Yeah.
by Restore this past week because I have great job performance, just not loyalty. And I got asked to be a GM in Palm Beach Springs, Florida. And I
And
was
what
like,
happened?
I
You left
ignored
them
it.
because you left them because you needed more money. You was overperforming. Them loyal employees who doing okay, I bet they sitting right there chilling right now.
But that's because I was an assistant and I wanted more. But they want me to be a GM. And it's absolutely not because fuck Restore.
Mm,
Damn.
Yeah.
The switch up when she's back there in like 2 months is gonna be
no,
crazy.
truly.
She's gonna be like, guys, I'm moving down to Palm Springs, Florida. It's gonna be sick.
That would be
That would be
crazy.
sick, but no. I can't make another move like that soon.
What do you mean, dude? Your life is an oyster.
Mm.
You can travel the world.
No.
Damn, you hate to see it. Before we get into our next topic, we wanted to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this week's episode, Zencastr. When we first started recording PorchTlk, we were using whatever rinky-dink setup we could, but we realized we needed to step our game up to a legit setup, and that's where Zencastr came in. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log into your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guest. Feel a sense of zen knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. Trust me, I know. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute it to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code PorchTlk and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experience we do for all our podcasting content needs. It's time to share your story, and honestly, they have a free plan too if you need it. It's just as good. Shout out to Zencastr, and let's get back to the episode.
Definitely.
Let's slide into this week's top 5 then, shall we? We are doing the top 5 ways to spend your weekend.
Okay, number one, get some good food. If you can get a good like meal to start the weekend, that's pretty straight. Number two, although I hate it, at some point you have to adult. So I would say getting your chores out the way early. That's a good weekend because then you have the rest of your weekend. Number three, mindless TV. Like that's always a good weekend. Number four, a leisure outdoor activity, even if it's just like a farmer's market or a little like fucking like art walk or some bullshit, like something outdoors, solid. And then number five, a couple of drinks. Can't go wrong with a couple of drinks.
Cool. I said one, chilling, doing nothing. Two, a weekend getaway. Three, good eats, drinks. Four, being on a boat. And five, doing errands or like grocery shopping.
Don't
What is
hate being on the boat.
how are you guys saying that your ideal like top 5 ways to spend your weekend is to do chores and to go like run errands? How is
Okay,
that
because
enjoyable?
five, that's my number five for a reason, because it's the last thing I want to do. But it's also very essential to make sure you have a good week coming up.
It
Yeah,
is.
but
Get it
that's
out the way
not.
early, and now you'll have a good weekend.
But like, how is that the top 5 way to spend your like? In my mind, what you should be doing is only fun things, not chores. If you're like top 5 ways to set up your weekends for success or your future week for success, maybe
Well, yeah, that's what I
Maybe
mean.
you're not wrong. I'll still
you
win,
guys
but you
are.
might not be wrong.
But I don't mind running errands. It's fun. Like
Depends on the
going
errands, I guess.
to Target, getting
That
shit.
doesn't sound like an errand. That
That
sounds like a
does
little
not sound
trip.
like an errand.
But it's an errand to me.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right, number one, just chilling, like having a nice couch day. You watch some nice rom coms or rom drums if that's what you're into. Number two, I love going on a nice walk with the dog. Me and Anna just walking the dog around the neighborhood, just getting lost in places. Number three, anytime you go to like a little outdoor restaurant when you got nice weather, can't beat that. Number four, if you're close enough, doing a little beach trip, have a nice little beach day. And then number five, just making some cocktails, hanging out, just vibing, enjoying the nice weather. No errands on that list. No errands on
I can't lie. The beach trip is pretty solid. I'm not mad at the beach trip. If I
how.
golfed more, that would definitely have made the list.
Mm,
I just can't get into it, honestly.
how far are you from the beach? Can you drive? It's probably a couple hours,
Fuck.
right?
I mean, you can drive, but it's like 4 hours.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're like on the other side of North Carolina.
Well, I mean, for you, you wake up at 3, 4 a.m., you just throw Mariah and Regis in the car and you're ready to go. You get there
We
by
could
8.
be. We could have a whole day.
Any honorable mentions you guys have for that?
Cooking, yeah, cooking should have made the list because we try to cook on our weekends. So that's a pretty solid one.
Yeah, that nice little barbecue, little cookout.
Yeah. Big thing lately has been the farmers
Brunch.
market and just hitting the like seafood spot because they've got like fresh seafood, like locally sourced. So that's pretty solid. It's getting a little
Mm.
pricey, but it's pretty solid. I'm gonna have to talk to him like, hey, I need a discount every 3 weeks, 10% off or something.
I say, listen, be like, listen, I'm here often. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
You know me, I know you. What are we doing?
he did give me a discount last weekend. He cut it to like supposed to be like 15.80, and he cut it to 13 flat. He was like the friend's discount because I think I've seen your face around a couple of times, and I was like, hey, don't tell me that. I'll start popping by more often.
All right, let's hop into real ones only. Post topics, talking, whatever you got on your mind.
What are real ones only topics?
You had thoughts about Teen Mom and Jersey
Oh,
Shore franchises.
yeah, it's crazy. I still watch Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I'm 2 seasons back, just getting called back up. Crazy. I do not understand how they were able to make a lifetime income off of 6 dummies put in a house 15 years ago. But it's worked. It's worked perfect for them. So I'm almost jealous for Jersey Shore. And then Teen Mom, I feel bad saying it. I absolutely thought they was all gonna ruin their lives. Like you had a baby at 15, 16. Like I thought your life was toast. You got a TV show out of it. You got like brand deals. Y'all became like instantly popular. And now you're like in your 30s and you're back. That's
Yeah.
that's goaded. Low key, like Shorty should have got pregnant back then. Like your life would have been set. Shorty should have been popping out kids at 12 years old, and right now at 29, they'd be good.
So are you
Yeah.
telling me that Teen Mom is just they're back for like a newer version, but it's just like an adult
Yeah.
mom now?
They got like Teen Mom like retreat, and there's like tons of drama apparently. Like I don't know what they call it, but yeah, it's a whole new
They call
like.
it like Teen Mom OGs or something like that.
Yeah, that's
And
yeah,
like
some shit like that.
they're all like popular influencers now. They like have their own businesses. Fucking Farrah Abrams is like does
A
other
porn star.
reality TV shows. Yeah. It's pretty
Bro,
Yeah,
wild.
Teen
like
Mom
it's
is all over the place.
yeah, it's like actually insane.
Teen
Yeah, a
Mom
few
family
years ago, I
reunion.
was actually looking at their lives because I like was watching the Teen Mom OG, and I was like, I really should
Teen
have
Mom the
gotten
next
pregnant in high
chapter.
school.
Oh my gosh, you probably would have been set
Jeez.
for real.
Yeah.
They rebooted Teen Mom Young and Pregnant back in 2018.
Yeah, like these niggas is getting fucking rich off of their bad pregnancy, off their
Do you
bad
think this
decisions.
like encourage other young children to be like, "Oh, I also should have a kid and try to get on TV now"?
Yeah, if
Well, they
like you
don't
like
really
that,
have it
because like
for like new teen moms.
That's true. You
If
had to
you
be
did it
like
for
that.
that reason, you'll be just sad and
Yeah, you got
pregnant.
to be like that era of Teen Mom to have any relevance now.
Yeah.
So I looked this up. So who knows? Could but this is from .edu. So I have to think there's some truth to it.
Yeah,
Our
it's
most
definitely true.
important finding is that the introduction of 16 and Pregnant, along with its partner shows Teen Mom and Teen Mom 2, led to noticeably reduced the rate of at which they gave birth. Interesting. So it might
I'm
have
not
actually
surprised.
stopped
Like,
that.
if you watch Teen Mom back when it was on, these shorties' lives was fucking dog shit. Like, it did not glamorize it. This shit did not look fun. Shorties was struggling. They had baby daddies who was not involved. They was getting in fights. Shorties was getting kicked out the house. Like, there was nothing glamorous or fun about Teen Mom. If you were like thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a baby and shit's gonna be sweet. Nah, that shit was a mess.
I wonder how much you got paid to be on Teen Mom.
Probably not a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
no.
like 500 an episode.
Oh, does anyone know how much they made? There was rehab. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, nah, their lives was crazy. I think one
Damn.
of their husbands or baby daddies died too. Like it was crazy, man.
They only made a
Farrah's.
few thousand for the
Hers
first
died.
few seasons.
Yeah, before the child was born.
Oh, okay, okay. And you said what, Eric?
Apparently, they only made a few thousand the first seasons. I think they got 5,000 over 16 and Pregnant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they
probably
made
about
most
right.
of their money from like being ambassadors and shit.
Yeah, they had to. It had to be after the show for real.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, Jersey Shore. I always just see they're always like, we're back again for another family vacation. I'm like, how many times are they going to do this?
Bro, I
Right.
be
Isn't
wondering when
Ron
they
on it
be.
now?
I
He
think
comes back
Sammy's
this
also
current
back.
season. Sammy's finally back, and Ron's back, and
Jesus.
Ron was like a nightmare for like the first 3 seasons of Family Vacation. So
Well,
I'm
he was
sure.
in like a really bad relationship at one point with that
Yeah, I
girl.
think he was the bad in that relationship for real.
Well,
Like,
that makes
but I
sense.
mean, we seen him with Sammy for like years, and we knew he
Bro.
was a monster.
The one who like really, the two who really made the most out of it were fucking DJ Pauly and fucking Vinny. Like they had a TV show. Pauly's like a big time DJ doing all stuff now.
Yeah, but Paulie was rich before the show. He was like already a
Mm.
famous DJ. Fucking Snooki and JWoww did decent because they had a
They had a
couple of
TV show too.
they had a
Yeah,
couple of spinoffs, I think.
yeah. Jesus, yeah. They were fucking milking them for everything.
Yeah, literally insane.
Other one, your ginger ale and cranberry juice. What's going on with
Oh yeah,
this?
I gotta chill on that ginger ale and cranberry juice. I enjoy ginger ale. I used to love cranberry juice. I'm a cranberry vodka with a splash of Red Bull guy if I'm just trying to get something real like simple at the bar. So I feel like anytime I drink cranberry, it like automatically like gives me a hint of vodka, and it's starting to get like that with like ginger ale because I'm a ginger whiskey, and it's like
Mm,
I don't know when I drink plain ginger ale, I'm like almost feels like I'm drinking.
Mm.
that does get a little dicey, but man, a whiskey ginger is an elite drink. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, we
Yeah,
just
for me better.
ordered um from this company called like Nowadays or something,
No free
and
ads.
it's like THC alcohol, like, but it's not alcohol. It's like a THC replacement for alcohol. So you take shots of it, and I'm pretty excited because maybe
What?
I'll drink less. Yeah, instead of taking shots, you're like basically taking shots of THC.
I was gonna say you're like replacing one addiction with another.
Yeah, but it would be
Well, you know how that
healthier.
goes. That's interesting.
Yeah,
How
I
it so
will.
like so you're not gonna drink, but like why don't you just smoke then? Or take
Because
an edible?
it will like make you feel like you're drinking.
Yeah, like that's like addiction 101.
Instead of just smoking, like you could just like rip shots of water, but you're like, no, I need some other product that has THC in it, but I can feel like I'm fucking ripping shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll
Jesus,
let you know how it goes.
can't wait.
Yeah.
What is your? Does this mean we have a little preview for your Are you guys gonna do signature cocktails at your wedding? Or one of them gonna be this whiskey ginger or like a vodka cran?
Nah, hell no.
It's free
figure out
We
how
open
that
already
bar,
works.
finished
right?
it. You said what?
It's
It's
cash bar
free
for
open
you.
bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's open for everyone outside of you.
Yeah.
Let me get your last opinion before we get into music and TV, since this aligns. Where are you guys at on this Kendrick Lamar Drake beef?
You said what?
The Kendrick and Drake beef. What are your thoughts?
Kendrick is definitely winning. I don't even think it's close. I'm a little, not even irritated. I'm a little over the beef, low key. Because after Euphoria, I think honestly it probably should have stopped. Because I was like, anything after that is probably now downhill. That was like the peak. So I don't know how tapped in I am into like the downhill of something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't care anymore, but it's good music, so whatever. They can keep beefing.
yeah. I think at this point, we either need some new stuff or we need some like hardcore proof if we're just going to keep going back and forth saying one's a pedophile and the other one's a woman beater. Like, either show something else or like probably just done here. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. People keep saying, "Oh, this is the end of Drake's career." I'm like, Drake will be fine. Literally, this will be.
This is
He'll
not
drop
going to
another
cancel
album.
Drake.
No, unless it comes out that he's a pedophile. Who knows?
I'm not gonna lie. Drake should have been canceled. I'm actually surprised. I was actually just talking about this the other day with one of my boys who was talking about the beef. And he was saying like, people think Kendrick is like people who like Kendrick are like the like rap lyricists or like take rap too serious, this that, and the third. And then we were talking about Drake a little, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't think anybody will ever cancel Drake or would cancel Drake." And I was just saying, like, honestly, you can think what you want about Kendrick, but I think we have some real thoughts to think about Drake. It's been known for years that this nigga has like made a name out of hitting up other rappers' girls, other celebrities' girls. It's been known for years that this nigga be hanging out with like literally kids, contacting literally kids. And the part that I'm the most confused about is how he still has women supporters because everybody was dogging Tory. Did we forget Drake took Tory's sign and was like shouting out Megan for being a fucking liar on that track? Like, if we hate Tory, why we don't hate Drake just as much?
Well, it all goes back to
Because he
how do
makes
people still not hate
bops?
Chris Brown after he
Oh,
fucking boxed up Rihanna, and they were like, it's fine now.
it's honestly fucking crazy, yo. You know what it comes down to? I hate to be that guy. It's black woman, man. Black women, they done seen it, they done heard about it somewhere, and they're willing to forgive this because it happened to a black woman. If these was a white woman this was happening to, these niggas would be so canceled. They shit would be toast. Chris Brown literally beat up Rihanna, beat her, beat her up, and then was able to sell niggas 43 song albums. Why the fuck was anybody listening to 43 songs from Chris Brown at
Multiple
one
times.
time?
Multiple times. Not
That's
once, multiple
crazy.
times. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Morgan, what are your thoughts on Chris Brown out of curiosity? Uh, you hate to see it. You hate
I'm
to
gonna
see
say
it.
no comment.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
She's sitting front row. I heard one of his more recent tours.
No,
Yeah, that's like actually insane.
I
She one
wouldn't
of the
spend my
fan meet and
money to
greets.
go see Chris Brown.
Mm,
That's at least a good decision.
gosh. She's just waiting outside to be let in. That's what her hope was.
No.
Any last final thoughts before we wrap it up?
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool. Let's do some music and TV recommendations.
Excuse me.
All right,
TV.
music. I'm gonna go National Anthem, Lana Del Rey, because I haven't really been listening to music.
I used to like that.
Yeah, I heard it again this past weekend, and I was like, all right, cool. And
Thought you were
then
literally gonna go with the national anthem. That'd been pretty funny.
show, show wise, interview with the vampire.
Um, Whatever the fuck that devil worship is, ignore. I'm gonna go show wise. Party down south. Me and Mariah are back on that. Mariah's never seen it, and it was like literally the country version of Jersey Shore. Goes crazy. It might be more ratchet and more degenerate. So Party
fuck
Down
is
South.
this?
Fucking TV wise, not TV, music wise, all I've been listening to is Future, honestly. So I'll go with Gracious.
You've been on a big Future kick last couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
that's like the only thing. That's the only music I've heard for like the last 3-4 weeks.
Damn. Music wise, I'm gonna go Samara Sin Green Eyes Freestyle. Um, and also just for the bit, Kendrick Lamar featuring Drake, Poetic Justice. I feel like that's just great. Um, TV wise, I was watching Bridgerton with Anna. I had a lot of thoughts about it, so shout out to Bridgerton. And with that being said, we're going to wrap this podcast up. Thank you for listening. As always, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Porch Talk No A. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Here's on Spotify. Watch on Spotify. Watch on YouTube. Subscribe over there. Leave reviews. The whole damn thing. We will catch you next time. Peace.